Good evening. It is 7:07 PM. I'd like to call this special meeting of the Stevensville School Board of Trustees to order. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This time we'll take our roll for this evening's special meeting. Dan. And Jennifer.
Here.
Tony. Here. Fran.
Here.
I'm here. Ben. Stephanie.
Here.
Nathan. Here. And Billy.
Here.
We are here, all 8 board members. At this time, I would ask if there is any board comment for our special meeting.
I have been hearing nothing but great things from what I have heard Chef Dave from the kids.
Okay, I was trying to put together whether or not I have the cookies.
No.
No.
I mean, all the kids that we run around with the group and all of them they love this guy. Yeah. So
That quick.
that quick.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We were just having dinner tonight and my son was talking about. Yeah, so very good.
Very good. Any other board comment? All right. Is there public comment tonight?
I'll just echo what Nathan said. My kids came back from lunch after Dave's first day.
It was the first.
Chef first day. And I mean, he talked to them and said, my name is Chef Dave and I'm going to make some great meals for you. And they came back and I mean, literally they were bubbling. They were like, oh my gosh, he's going to fix biscuits and gravy for breakfast and he's going to fix homemade mac and cheese. And I mean, it almost made me cry because it was enlightening. I mean, it was enlightening and it was exciting.
It was.
So, and I sent him an email today and said,
That's wonderful.
yeah, I mean, it was truly impressive.
Wonderful. Further public comment? All right, thank you. Before we start into our main item tonight, we have one item of old business. We have an item to consider taking from the table related to setting a date for a staff and public listening session. Is there a motion to take this item from the table?
So moved.
There's a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we take from the table the item placed at the last regular meeting that we table the decision about having a public and staff listening session. All those in favor of taking that item from the table, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are now in the middle of discussing that item where we left off at the last time, now we're taking from the table. So discussion or information from the superintendent.
Well, after seeking some input from many of you regarding dates, I would suggest to you that March 19th, which is a Wednesday, at 2:30 seems to be the most doable date. So just throwing that out there as a suggestion.
All right, comment?
Is there like a time frame?
When we discussed this at the previous meeting, we had talked about 2:30 to do the meeting so that it
And
was
then how long is more?
I would say I would give it an hour.
2:30 in the afternoon on Wednesday.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
All right.
As long as I'm off by 6, I gotta go to tango lessons, you know.
Yeah, 2:30, March 19th. Okay. Okay, further comment, questions? Is there a motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we have a staff and open to the public listening session, work session of the Board of Trustees at 2:30 PM on March 19th. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right, so we'll get some communication out kind of after we handle this bigger item first, and we'll get that, clarify what that looks like. Okay. I did want to ask just go over one technical thing here. And just so clear for everybody, Dave and Christie will be leaving. Everybody will be leaving. We're going to close session here in a little bit. But so before that, when we're thinking about the campus tours, meeting people, will coordinate time, that'll be like mid-morning through kind of the rest of the day. What looks right, what feels right for a open, just meet and greet that we're going to share in the newspaper, we share out on social media that people could come in. It's a Wednesday. So are we looking at a little earlier because of early out, or are we looking at 3:30? What kind of works?
I would say you would want to do the staff and community meet and greet sometime between 3:30 and 4:30 to give the candidates maybe a little bit of time before you start the first interview.
Okay.
Just decompress a little bit.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah. But we also get a lot of concern about people that don't get off work right away. So generally we try to do the meet and greet about 4:30 to say 5:15, with the first interview starting at 5:30. So the first person interviewed is coming off a little bit hot, but everyone else has their water.
Okay.
At least if not, people that have trouble getting here at 3:30 sometimes struggle. So, but we also have to figure out your staff time too. So, because we want staff to be able to look at them and
Right.
talk to them, we do it after school's out, and it's early out. So what is that?
So they're out at 2 for those days. The staff is here until just before 4 o'clock.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we could do the community thing earlier, just for the understanding to tell people that you're welcome to come to the interviews as well. But if you want one-on-one time, I get that.
Okay.
But we generally don't, we wouldn't do it from like 3:30 unless we can start the interviews a little bit earlier. We'll talk about that. But
Okay.
we'll talk about that time.
Okay. Is everybody comfortable with that? Kind of how we're leaving that right now before we clear the room? Okay. So tonight's action item is going to be reviewing the applicants for the Stevensville superintendent position. And so those applicants are John Conan, Tom Forst, Cheryl Peterson, Ryan Reddick, Tyler Rutledge, Kathy Schneider, and Jamie Standard. At this time, I'll be closing the meeting to the public under the authority of MCA 2-3-203. Whereas the presiding officer of any public meeting in Montana may close a meeting when the discussion relates to a matter of individual privacy, so long as the presiding officer determines that the demands of individual privacy exceed the merits of public disclosure. The board will call itself back into open session at the conclusion of our discussion. Since there's no one here to ask if they